Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. Well, it's so good to be back, and I've missed you guys, and I have a lot to share. Some things just don't go as planned, and that is exactly what has transpired, and let's dive into it. So, essentially, this ended up being three moves, and it was just way too much. The first move went great from West Virginia to here, and God bless my daughter's friends and her boyfriend because they all came out, they packed us in no time, and they ended up leaving the same day. So it was amazing. They were fast, efficient, they got the job done, and they were off. That same day we left as well. So we were able to get the house packed up, cleaned up, and out of there like that. I think we were on the road by 3 p.m. and home by 6:30 or 7 with traffic. So that was a very good, productive day. Now, that following Monday, that Monday we were closing on our house, and so we had to be at this house by 11. We did a final walkthrough, and then we had to get to the closing place by 12. Then by 3, we had one big U-Haul truck from West Virginia loaded. It was in our driveway, so that once we closed, we had a team of movers. Actually, it was just 2 guys. They came, unloaded, put everything where it needed to be, and they were on their way. So the first 2 moves went great. Where it all fell apart, and I don't know how or why it did, was the move from the townhouse to here. And let me tell you, moves are expensive. This move from the townhouse to here, they quoted us $3,000 for 4 guys. And the reason we ended up doing that is because we had 3 flights of stairs. We knew it was going to be a very grueling move for them and for us, with all the boxes and going up and down the stairs. So our thought process was, let's just spend the money, let's do it, let's get it here and be done. At first, it seemed like everything was going so smoothly, and they were very accommodating. Oh, do you need this here? No problem. Oh, you need that there? No problem. So on and so forth. And as the day went on, and I think they were getting very tired, carrying boxes and furniture up and down 3 flights of stairs, and I get it. But don't sign up for a move if you're going to complain the whole time. And I think by late afternoon, this one guy, he kept complaining. And it was making me feel bad. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? But he was complaining about his calves burning, and he was exhausted. And oh my gosh, what did I sign up for? Kind of a thing. And I thought, how unprofessional. We're literally paying you for a service. Take breaks, do what you got to do, but don't complain every time you come around me. Because at that point, I was getting a little frustrated. Like, if you would like to go, be on your way. We'll get somebody else out that's eager for money and wants to get the job done. We had 2 trucks this time, and they ran out of room. So I don't know if whoever was packing it wasn't doing an efficient job, because our first guys, who weren't even professional movers, managed to get everything in the truck flawlessly, and here these guys are professional movers. We run out of room, had to leave a bunch of stuff behind, and we were super late into the afternoon, and I'm like, my gosh, this is going to take all night. It's going to take all night. By the time we get to this house, it was dark. They didn't finish till 11:30 at night, and when I say finish, they didn't finish. I'm going to show you what these guys did. It's going to blow your mind that we paid that much money and that's all we got. And you know what? I thought about calling and complaining to their big boss. He's very hard to negotiate with, and you just can't argue with stupid. You just can't. You can't. You got to know when to stop and just cut your losses and talk it up to we'll never use them again, and that's it. We're done, and move on. So you guys know how I'm super OCD, and I told you guys how I pretty much packed 2 homes. My family did ship in at the end, because by that time I was like, okay, just throw it in a box, throw it in a hefty bag, I don't care. I took the time to write out which room it was going in, the contents in the box, so it could be done quickly. And you guys, wait till you see what they did. I just can't believe it. I can't. And normally these movers, they move you in, they put the boxes in the appropriate rooms, and at the end of the move, they go and they usually set up your beds or your dining room table if you had to take it apart. None of that got done, so we had to do it all ourselves. And I will tell you, practically everything is in the wrong spot. Our minds are blown at the incompetence of these people. When I said master bedroom, they put it in the basement. When I said kitchen, they put it up in a bedroom. So we got our stuff moved, but it's all in the wrong places. You should see my garage. Half of the stuff in there didn't make it to the rooms because it got so late. And they put stuff in the basement that belongs clear up on the 3rd floor. And I told my husband, I said, I can't do this. I can't, with bad knees, literally go and take boxes from the basement and run them up to the 3rd floor and go out to the garage. And I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't. You know, I could do lightweight stuff, but not the heavy lifting. So we're going to have some movers come out and move all the boxes to the appropriate rooms. So because all of that transpired, I wanted to do an empty house tour. Didn't happen because of our time constraints that Monday. I thought we were going to do the walkthrough. I would have time to do a quick, tour for you guys and then go on to the closing. Didn't happen. And then, like I said, the movers came. You guys have been patient and you would like to see the house. I literally cannot show it in the condition it's in right now. I want it to look halfway decent, and there's just boxes everywhere. Mess. It's just a mess. So I've got to hold off. So moving on, when we do a move, normally what we do is if there's a storage room or garage or wherever that has space for me to put storage shelves, so that when I unpack, I can go boom, boom, boom on the shelves, group things, and then when I go to decorate, it's literally plug and play. I bring a basket, I put stuff in it, and then I go into the house, and then I start decorating, different spaces. Well, here we are in the storage room down in the basement, and we have a lot of clay outside. So when the tradespeople were coming out, they were tracking in like the clay dirt and mud in here, and they tried to power wash it. There still was like dirt. It just looked dingy and dirty. And you noticed that when we would come in here, we would start tracking like brown on the carpet. So my husband was like, we got to do something about this. He did some sort of like an acid wash, and then he had to power wash it and dry it. It dawned on him, let's paint the floors. Let's just do it so it looks nice. I hate the color gray on the floor. So I go, what if they have a black? What if they have a black or a white? And so my daughter and my husband painted it all black in here. And then they know how much I love Mackenzie Childs, or, that look. So they decided to go ahead and paint the floors checkered black and white. And I thought that was so cute that they wanted to do that for me and make this like a fun place where I can come get inspired, get like my own little home decor store, and where I know where everything is through the seasons. So not finished. So I'm going to show you in a second, and I'm going to add 3 chandeliers in here so I have really good lighting. This is going to be a place where I come shop my store to go do my decorating. So as you can see, it's a little bit dark down here, but let's see, we've got a light there, there, and there. So I'm going to have some drop-down chandeliers that will offer a lot more light down here. So when I come down to decorate, I can see my items. But let's go over here. You can see right here, I got this shelf. I got 3 of them so far. I have a ton of decor shelves in West Virginia, but we left them there. So anyway, so far I've got 3 of these. I'm gonna line them up, and then I'll be able to come in here and go through my boxes. Lanterns up top, candle holders, topiaries, decorative bowls, things like that. And I'll be able to do that down there in this wall. And then over here, I'm probably gonna have my seasonal decor like Christmas and fall, which I might just keep in their bins or boxes for now, and then have, you know, this be the everyday decor section, you know? You can see right here, probably barely. They did the chalk lines where you snap them and it puts the lines out. And then they put tape here so they know where to paint white. So this still needs to get done, but how fun is that, right? And then I think we're considering doing an epoxy, like a high gloss over this to protect it. I don't know. We're still thinking about it. But anyway, sweet of them to do that for me. I just love it. So anyway, as I come down the stairs, like I said, here's my little storage room. So I'm super, super happy about it. Can't wait to start plugging and playing. So anyway, I'm gonna take you out to the garage and I'm gonna show you what they left out there, and you'll understand why there was just no way for me to do a decorating video today, unfortunately. So here is a section of the basement where things just don't really even belong down here. Some of them do, like Christmas and so forth, but my goodness. It's like we have to go through everyone and go, okay, this goes there, this goes there. It's just insane to me that this happened. And normally the movers usually put the pieces of furniture together and throw the cushions on. You know, this is what we got. You know, they just threw them on the floor. Okay, so now let's head out to the garage. So as you can see, there's furniture, bedding, patio furniture, all kinds of stuff out here that does not belong out here, that belongs in other places. Oh, but no, they just dumped it in the garage. All of this here should have been put in the basement, and it was just dumped. Then there's more furniture over on this side. So anyway, there's a quick little update. It was not what I had anticipated. I had anticipated doing a little tour and showing you different spaces or even areas that I've started to decorate, which I have. Some boxes did make it into the right rooms. I hope that I'll have something to share on Friday's video with you, but like I said, some things are out of our control and it is what it is. The upside, we absolutely love this house. So, so happy we decided to get this house. I love the lot. Morris has become one of my favorite animals here on the property. He comes at the same time every single day. Every day I know he's gonna be out there by 9:30, 10, and I know he's gonna be out there around 5:30-ish in the evening. And he just basks in the sun. He's a slow little walker. We call him land security because he's so cute. It looks like he's patrolling, like just very slow. He's definitely one of my favorites. So had 2 new neighbors stop by. The first couple, they brought us a Georgian pecan pie. It was by far the best pie we've ever had in our lives. She mentioned it's one of her best pies that everybody loves. And I've never really been a super big pecan pie person until now, because we were fighting over all of us were fighting over the last piece. That's how good her pie was. I'm gonna have to get the recipe. And then the next day, our neighbors that live way, way, way in the back of us stopped by with a wonderful bundt cake. And it was so delicious. I mean, how sweet to come, introduce themselves, say hello, and bring a welcome gift, if you will. So super, super nice. We ended up hiring that pest control service. The first night we were here, all of us got ticks on us. It's that bad. Like when you're in the country and the land is so fresh and new and it's been stirred up. I had one on the back of my head. It was Saturday morning and I was going like this to stretch, and I was like pulling on my hair And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's one on my head. And my daughter came in from outside at night, had 2 on her leg. Like I said, we had tradespeople coming in and out. They were probably tracking them in as well. And so we had them come spray and fog the whole area yesterday. And so they said that should take care of mosquitoes and ticks. I found out that the bugs that were on the window, remember I had that discussion about the insects on the window, screens on the windows that look like ticks? We found out those are lantern flies. So several of you guessed correctly and said, Liz, those are probably lantern flies. You are correct. Oh, and then last night we were letting little Ralphie out to go potty, and all the fireflies were out, and it was so pretty. I loved it. Hearing the crickets and seeing all the little fireflies, it was like we were getting a taste of 4th of July with all the little lights. There's a quick little update. I will be back here Friday, fingers crossed, with something fun to share. But until then, love you all so much. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry for the rant, but I just had to explain what happened. It was just crazy what these movers did. But so happy to be here. Love it. Oh, by the way, we also managed in the midst of all of this, we got all the stuff out of the townhouse, deep cleaned it, got it ready, had the carpets professionally cleaned, and did the walkthrough with the realtor of the owner. And so we're all done with that now. So I'll put a picture here of what it looked like without anything in it. Done a lot in a very short amount of time. But we're on to better days now, and let the decorating fun begin. See you guys back here Friday. Mwah. So come give me love.